If you could capture the mood of Lamar Jackson as he enters the 2025 NFL season in one word, it would be vengeance. Think of the Robert Pattinson portrayal of Bruce Wayne in The Batman, a man haunted by past defeats, driven by an unrelenting fire to rewrite history. That's Lamar Jackson in Baltimore right now. At the Ravens' first minicamp practice this Tuesday, Jackson spoke publicly for the first time since that bitter AFC divisional round heartbreak in January. The one that still stings like an open wound. The loss to the Buffalo Bills, a game decided by a heartbreaking drop from tight end Mark Andrews on what would have been a game-tying two-point conversion, lingers in Jackson's mind. The Ravens fell 27-25 in freezing Western New York to Josh Allen and his Bills, the very same Allen who went on to claim MVP honors for the season. Jackson, a two-time NFL MVP and 2024 first-team All-Pro, didn't sugarcoat the pain. "I never get over a loss," he said, eyes burning with determination. "I don't care how small it might be to someone else or how great it might be. It's always the same for me. But now, that pain is morphing into something powerful, a relentless drive to come back stronger. We're going to bounce back," Jackson vowed. "And when we come back, I feel like we are going to have vengeance on our minds." The truth is, the Bills game exposed some cracks in Baltimore's armor. Jackson's early mistakes, a costly fumble and an interception in the first half, set the tone for a tough night. "Without those turnovers," Jackson admitted, "I feel like we win." The sting of those errors still weighs heavily, especially because it cost the Ravens a shot at the AFC Championship and a chance to face the Kansas City Chiefs again, a rematch from the previous year's heartbreaking loss. Quarterbacks coach T. Martin, who has worked closely with Jackson through those last two turbulent seasons, sees something new in his quarterback this year. "There's some deep-felt loss," Martin said, "but the conversations we're having this offseason are different. You see maturity in what he sees on the field and the offensive concepts he wants to execute." Jackson isn't just running plays anymore. He's leading, vocally, strategically, and with a clearer vision. "He's giving us feedback now, what he wants more or less of," Martin explained. "He's taken his communication to a whole new level." This evolution is especially visible in how Jackson talks to his teammates. When Martin arrived on staff in 2021, Jackson was more a leader by action than by voice. Back then, barely into his mid-20s, Jackson didn't always feel comfortable speaking up, especially with veteran wide receivers like Nelson Aguilar or Odell Beckham Jr., but that's changed dramatically. Even with the recent addition of star wideout DeAndre Hopkins, Jackson's voice is louder and more confident. "We've had a lot of turnover in the receiver room," Martin said, "and that's forced him to communicate more about what he sees and how he feels. This growing leadership isn't just about on-field adjustments, it's about setting a tone, a culture. The Ravens want to be a team that never forgets, that fights with a chip on its shoulder, and Jackson is leading that charge. Off the field, contract talks are quietly underway. Ravens GM Eric DeCosta confirmed on a local podcast earlier this month that preliminary discussions with Jackson about a contract extension have begun. Head coach John Harbaugh expects Jackson, who handles his own negotiations as his own agent, to join the ranks of the league's highest-paid players. This offseason, Josh Allen set the bar sky-high with a mega extension, and the expectation is that Jackson will soon eclipse even that. In the midst of contract talks, Jackson is also pushing Baltimore to bolster the roster. One name he's loudly advocating for is cornerback Jaire Alexander, his former Louisville teammate who was recently released by the Green Bay Packers. "Go get him, Eric. That's my boy," Jackson pleaded. On the personal fitness front, Jackson revealed he took a different approach this offseason. Rather than the usual bulk up or slim down routine he's done before, this time it's about consistency. Thanks to a healthy regimen of fruits, push-ups, and sit-ups, Jackson says he's maintained his weight right around 200 pounds, primed and ready for a full season. The Ravens will open their 2025 campaign in a high-stakes primetime battle, a home showdown against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday Night Football, September 7. It's a fitting stage for Jackson's quest for vengeance, a chance to erase the ghosts of last January and make a new statement to the league. Baltimore's MVP isn't just coming back to play, he's coming back to win. And this time, the Ravens quarterback is hungry to settle the score once and for all.